Hello, 2783 Magic DJ here, coming with you with a special report on our KVK. This is going to be known as the Unsung Hero segment. And there's obviously a lot of big name players that are out there with T5s. Probably Gonna Die, Havoc, Natsu, William, Mashari. Like, those guys are out there wrecking people, and we all see it on the battlefield. And we're going to do a report later. My production analyst has said we may even have pre-printed sheets for something like that, so it could be a pretty big deal. And we're definitely going to go over those top warriors and everything like that. And there's going to be a lot of rewards for the players that really fought hard and contributed. But I want to take a moment to talk about people who did a lot of the things behind the scenes in KVK that really kept things working for us as a kingdom. Top of the list here is Gwen. She's like everywhere. Like, she's making sure flags are built and passes are defended and just everything that needs to be happening. And her communication is excellent. Like, the way she writes emails, if it looks like it was done by a fifth grader, that was probably me. If it looks like it was done by a professional, it was probably Gwen. Like, she is just on top of so many things. And I want to give her a big shout out. Lion-O from 06P. He's named that because he's got his bright red hair. His boys in high school gave him that nickname, and it stuck for gaming. But 06P, our LV Academy, did an amazing job this KVK. They dropped forts like all over the place with very little notice and could not have done a better job. So big shout out for Lino. Blue Sox, one of the R4s from LV. This guy's everywhere. Like, he's on stats, he's on rules, he's on what's up next. Like, he's one of those people that behind the scenes, maybe every player doesn't see it, but for R4s, he is keeping us on the path and making sure that we're not missing any events or anything that's coming up. So huge shout out to Blue Sox. Also, now this guy is kind of a big fighter, so it's kind of a double-edged sword here, but Nitric Acid. This guy is like one of the most organized behind-the-scenes players you're ever going to see. He's always making sure that there's the right R5 and the right R4s and everybody's in the right positions and people have the right titles and all of the things. And he's just on top of it. And for the last 2 weeks, like every battle I was in, he was right there. Like, he was on it. Another guy that came up big, who came over as part of the migration process, was Ace Ventura, aka Maximus. This guy's been a huge addition to the leadership for 83, and he's probably not that unsung. He's right out there, and he's got a bunch of kills also, but been a great player. Also, a huge shout out to all of the R4s. Even though we didn't get to zig this KVK, and even though our kingdom and our alliance didn't even get the zig, I still feel like this was a lot more fun than KVK1 just because of all the fighting that we got to do. And we got to really see who's willing to put it out there and who's willing to go the distance on the battles. And I was impressed. The players of 83 stepped up. There's going to be a big list of the big warriors, but also a lot of unsung heroes that did all of the things in between, that built the flags that got us to the battle, that made sure that we had the resources and kept everything going and kept the information going. So there's a lot more people that I didn't even mention. All of the R4s from all of the top alliances and some of the academies did a phenomenal job this KVK. So let's keep our heads up high. We got a lot of changes coming for the off season. We're going to do some more migration. We're going to get some more solid players in here to help us for KVK3. Be busy working on our new alliances and hopefully do a little bit better job on that, although there's some matchmaking, so we're going to have to see. We're going to work really hard on getting our matchmaking in a more advantageous position for the kingdom. So keep a heads up for more King's mails on stuff like that, and buy my merch.